You had a black couple that went to a restaurant, but they would not want them to sit down unless they tip. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Excuse me. Did she tell y'all the same thing she told us? That y'all can't sit there
unless you tip?
Unless you tip. Did she tell y'all that? Y'all can't sit there unless y'all tip.
They didn't tell them that.
Did she tell y'all that? Y'all can't sit here unless you tip. Did she?
Let me tell you something about this tipping thing. And, you know, I believe if someone gives you good service, then if you choose, you can tip them. But this tipping culture have gotten out of hand in America. It's gotten completely out of hand. The general public is literally being forced to try to subsidize the business itself, right? Because when we sit down and get these plates of food, they're running you $25, $30, $40, $50. And you got this waitress or waiter serving people and still paying them $2.14 an hour plus tips, which I don't know why that mess is still legal, right? So if they don't really get any tips, they can't really make it. But yet you charging $40 and $50 plates, some of you, right? Then they're getting mad because the person spent probably about $150, but they won't give them $5. Maybe they just really had money to eat. They really didn't have money to subsidize your employees. And then people get mad, well, black people don't want to tip. If black people don't want to tip, did they pay for their meal? I mean, think about this. Did they pay for their meal? Okay, they paid for their whole meal. This is why I don't really like restaurants too much, be honest with you. I don't mind tipping if you gave me good service. But I don't like restaurants because some of that. That's annoying. I'd rather you roll it into and just say a service charge or something and just leave it at that. Now you sit up here emphasizing somebody should be tipping. See, the Japanese got it right. You try to tip a Japanese person, they'll get offended because like, hey, I'm not poor. Don't be just giving me some money. Talking about here's a tip. And you do understand where tipping come from, right? Historically, our people were working in the restaurants, the FBAs, and they weren't paying them no salary at all. They were only living off of tips. That's how they would make their money, was tipping. So maybe that's why black people don't really like to tip too much. Maybe. It could be some ancestral trauma to that. Just like black people don't want to work on no farms. They don't, unless it's their own farm. There's some ancestral trauma there. Or black people don't tip. Why black people got to be the only one that's pointed out? There's other groups of people that don't tip either. And once again, you don't have a sign at the door that say it's a requirement to tip. No. Just go ahead on and roll it into your prices and pay your people a freaking decent wage. And then if somebody wants to tip them because of service, then they tip them. But that's why, like I said, I get tired of that mess. You know, you paid $150 or something. Now you got to give somebody, you know, freaking what, $30 for a tip? No, pay your people. And if they would have told me, well, you can't sit down unless you're going to tip, I wouldn't have sat down. I would have said, I'm good. You ain't going to force me to do something. Because what? If I get bad service, then what? I still got to give this girl some money? Hell no. No. I'm good. I like eating at home anyway.